lose again to the Flyers, and let's get all crazy and stuff again. No, Grim Jersey, get out of here. We don't need you. We don't need you for this video. There is still hope. After Ottawa only getting 1 point in the season, there's no need to go crazy. It was a good performance. We had 45 shots on net. Mason saved 44. Grice didn't have the best game, but I kind of felt like as an outfit we played well. It's just that bad winning penalty that let them in.
No, we need to go crazy. The season's gone. There's kindling on the fire. Let's light it. Let's watch it burn.
Or we can sit here all dignified like and have a nice little discussion about how the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Ottawa Senators are playing for all the marbles in 3 days.
But I want to let it burn! Let's let it burn! We don't even have a first round pick, so if we don't make the playoffs, we're...
So Pens lose 4-1, but really it was 2-1 for most of the game, and then they got those two last 3 or 4 minute goals. I wouldn't go in panic stations. I think that was one of our best games that we played in a while. The winning penalty let them in. They scored 3 power play goals, so that was our only problem. 5-on-5, however, we played quite well. So, I mean, there's a lot to take out of it. Grice didn't have a great game. He was a sieve. He let 4 goals in off 20 shots, and Mason stood on his head. I don't want to analyze the game. I don't want to analyze the game. Instead, let's face it, we are 3 games out from the playoffs. Let's talk playoffs. So I didn't want to make this video till Ottawa and Toronto played their game. Shootout win, thank you Toronto! Never actually thought I'd be cheering for Toronto in a shootout. Was a crazy shootout, but you know, I guess Hamburglar just couldn't win it for them, but he made a couple of awesome saves, including one on Kessel. And I kind of feel like Matt Murray might have a Hamburglar season at some point. I mean, he's quite good in the AHL, however, so maybe it's not the quite extent, but I kind of feel like he'll have a darling storyline when he comes up to the NHL.
The big leagues.
So the next game on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning Australian time, the Pittsburgh Penguins play the Ottawa Senators in a game where if the Pens win, they clinch a playoff spot due to the row being way too different between the two teams. They will get a playoff spot as long as Ottawa doesn't get a single point. If Ottawa wins and the Pittsburgh Penguins don't get a single point, it is a tie ball game, and depending on how Boston and Detroit end up going, it could be a tie ball game between 3 or 4 teams, but the Pittsburgh Penguins would still be in the playoffs, but only just with the Islanders and the Buffalo Sabres playing Game 81 and Game 82. This game was must win, and the fact that it was must win to avoid this. It is now a game between Ottawa and the Pittsburgh Penguins, game 80 of the season, and they are both playing for all of the marbles. If Ottawa wins, I can't see them not making the playoffs at that point. Their last 2 games aren't exactly stressful. If the Pittsburgh Penguins lose, it's going to be tough for them to make the playoffs. I mean, Islanders can definitely beat them. You would hope they'll beat the Buffalo Sabres, but you never know with these last-ranked teams in their last game of the season. Lord knows whether Letang or Ehrhoff is coming back. I kind of feel like we're missing them a lot. Malkin was on the ice. They ended up having a yelling match with Como right at the end of the game when he hit the pipe. I'm not sure exactly what that was about. I kind of feel like it's frustration because things aren't going the way things are planned. But there is a silver lining in all of this. If the Pittsburgh Penguins can get out of this and win against Ottawa and get in the playoffs, it's kind of like their bad run that they've had in the playoffs for the last 4 or 5 years has been done before the playoffs have started. Usually they're a dominant team in the regular season. This year they have shown glimpses of that and then fallen off the wagon. And they've fallen off the wagon big time. They've only won 3 of their last 12 games. This is why we're in this point right now. So if they can overcome it and beat Ottawa, then it's up to them, I guess, in the playoffs. But I wouldn't ride them off because it would kind of be like, oh wait, we finally got that second chance. Those game 7s where we couldn't get the W done against the Rangers. Game 4 against Boston, we just couldn't keep it going. And Game 6 against the Flyers, we just couldn't keep the series going. But you always had that hope that they would come back. This could be it. This could be the moment that they do it and then swing things around. But it's entirely up to them. The ball is in their court now. As a Pittsburgh Penguins fan, this might be the first time we don't see them in the playoffs for about 7 years, which is mind-boggling for myself. Otherwise, that's the whole video, guys. It's pretty much just a playoff wrap or what we're looking into, because, I mean, let's face it, we're going to have to break down the hell out of that Ottawa game coming up. Thanks heaps for watching. If you are not a sub already and you somehow found this tiny, minuscule channel, hit that sub button down below. If you are a sub, hit that like button, because it helps me a little bit somehow. I don't know, every other YouTuber tells you to do it, so I'm just following along. I don't even know really what it does. Put a comment down below. Who do you think wins between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Ottawa Senators? Thus, almost getting into the playoffs. And that's the whole video, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you tell your friends. If you have a Pittsburgh Penguins friend and he's like, I really wish there was a 5-minute YouTube video about an Australian talking about and breaking down the Pittsburgh Penguins game by game, then you, as a human being, as human decency, you have to point him to my channel, because I'm pretty sure I'm the only one. Otherwise, I'd be a bit... I wouldn't be happy if there was another one. Anyway, guys, thanks heaps. Have a good day. See you and bye.